Okay, people, gonna be doing a video on how I made my table, and I'm gonna give you guys some tips on how you can make a table because I'm getting a lot of requests on people want to start making their own tables. Okay, let me tell you something. This is the way to go, people. Yeah, I got enough money. I could go out and buy a real certified craps table like they got in the casinos. I priced them out for a 14-foot table. They're just a little over $15,000. Okay. But why would I go spend $15,000 on something I could make for $500? Okay? So I don't have to have that big old casino type table that you find in the casinos. I got this right here. It works just fine. It's made me the thrower that I am today. And I consider myself one of the best throwers in the world. And it's all because of my table. Because I got a table to like regulation size, or I made my table and made it regulation size, just like it is in a casino. And believe me, people, my game that I play right here on this table is the same game that I play at the casinos, 100% exactly the same. So these tables are worth being made. They're worth it. They're real cheap to make. The most expensive thing is the cover. You know, finding a cover. Most of the ones that I find online are $350. I got a good deal on mine. I found mine at Casino for You. I don't know if it was on sale or if that's the regular price, but I got mine for I think $130. So you can't beat that, folks. 130 bucks. But if you can't find one and you got to pay 350, I recommend you do it because you have to have this microfiber material. You can't just go buy felt. This ain't felt, folks. That ain't what they use in casinos, man. So if you're playing on a felt table, you're not playing on the real deal. You got to buy a display like this that has the microfiber because you got to play on the same stuff as the casinos do, folks. All right. Now, as you know, my table is hard on one side and bouncy on the other. Okay. Now, I got mine divided. You can feel it because there's going to be just a little bit of a bump there because, you know, I got extra layers under this. But right here, just halfway across my table is where I divide from hard surface to bouncy surface. Now, how I made my bouncy surface is I used this regular felt and I put 2 layers of felt on this, stretched tight. You know, they only come up to here. It's divided in the middle. And then on my hard surface, I just have 1 layer of felt. Now, I guess what you could do is just get a piece of felt that's 14 foot long, cover your whole table, okay, and then get another piece and cut it 7 feet, and then put another layer on your bouncy side. So you'll have 2 layers on one side, one on the other, stretched tight and stapled down. And then I put this cover here, this display cover that I play on top of that. So that made this side bouncy and this side hard. You can't put this display down with nothing under it because you'll tear it up, man, from the dice hitting the tech. Because you can see mine, it's wore out enough back here already, and that's just with a cover under it. So if you didn't have a cover on it, it would be even worse. So just like the casino, I go to the casino and they look even worse than mine. So you're going to get them beat up. So definitely put 1 layer under your hard surface so it'll make this display, I mean, expensive as they are, you don't want to be replacing these things every month. Now, my table, as far as all my rails and everything, they're all put together with screws. So I can take it apart so I can maintain my cover. Because I'm going to have to buy another cover probably in a couple of months. So you got to be able, to get to your cover and change it. So only put it together. The whole thing is put together with screws. Don't use nails, okay? Now, here we go. For the basics, I'm going to use my workbench over here because this is exactly the same as how my table is built. Okay, 2x6 construction you can make out of your frame for your table. Okay, so what you're going to do is make a frame just like what I got here on this workbench. That's now my, holds up my aquarium. Check out my dice in there, hanging. Fish love them. All right, back to the table. Now, what you're going to do is on your side rail, okay, you're going to build the table frame, then you're going to set the birch plywood. Get birch plywood because it's smooth. See, this is regular plywood here, and you're going to see it's got knots in it. So you can't have this for a crafts table. So you want to get birch plywood, which is going to be that birch veneer covering on it, so it's going to be real smooth. You're going to pay about $50 a sheet. You're going to have to buy 2 of them because if you're going to build a 14-foot table, okay? And don't cut them down because you're going to need the extra for the railings on the side. So you don't want to cut them to exactly 14 feet. You want it to actually be longer than 14 feet, your table. So when you make your rails down here at the end, you can set those right on the plywood, okay? But let's get back to the frame. All right, so on your side piece, now you see how I got these here are inside cuts. So they're inside the side rails, okay? But on my tables, they're outside the rail. So these come inside, okay? So you're gonna cut your side rails 44 inches. Okay, you're gonna make this thing the size of that piece of plywood you're buying, okay? So these side rails will be 44 inches. You're gonna cut 2 of them, 1 for each side. Okay, now of course you can't get a 14-foot long 2x6s, so you're gonna get 2 8-footers, and you're gonna cut them down to 7 feet, okay? And then they're gonna meet in the middle, like right here, like this one right here, okay? So you're gonna have 7 foot, then a 7 foot. Now you're gonna make one of your legs here, and you'll screw them to the leg. That's what's going to connect these 2 pieces together, just like I did here, connecting to that leg. All right. All your legs are cut 28 inches. All right. Cut all your legs 28 inches out of 2x6s. All right. Then you're going to connect 2 of these, screw them together to these. Now you're going to have your whole rail at 14 foot. Okay. And then they're going to come to the edge, and you're going to connect your side rails 44 inches. Now you have your table. Now you're going to put, I got 2 legs at each end and 2 in the middle. That's all I got. And then what I did to beef my legs up, I actually put, you can see right here, screw, you're going to have your piece coming straight down, but then also connect, get some 2x6s and put them on the sides of them, okay? So you have a beefy leg. You just can't have just the one rail like I got right here, see? You want to put a piece on the side, on each side, to beef up your legs, all right? Because this table, it weighs a ton, okay? Now that's your frame. You're going to have your whole frame just like that. It's going to be 14 foot by 44 inches. It's going to have 6 legs on it. Now just lay your plywood down on it. It's going to be perfect for the frame. It'll square it out too when you nail it all together. And now this one here on this table here, so I got them off the edge, but you're going to run your plywood all the way to the edge. It's going to be perfectly on this side and on to the corner, so it's going to fill the whole frame. Screw your plywood down. There you go, folks. You got your table, man. Now what you can do is put your material down as far as your, like I told you, put your if you're not making a bouncy end on one side, or just want to make it one bouncy, or make it all hard, then just put 1 layer of felt on it, or put 2 layers of felt on it to make it bouncy, and then put your display down. Okay, now the rails. Okay, now the rails would be more simpler to make if I didn't make these little cubby holes like where the stick man would stand and all that. If you don't want to do that, just make you 2 7-foot long boxes. That's all they are, just boxes of 2x8. You want 2x8 because then you can, have enough railing to lean on and stuff like that. So you can make them out of 2x6. I'd made mine out of 2x8. Just make you 2 7-foot square boxes, and all they are is 2 pieces that you can see best right here on this piece here. Here they are right here. You can see that they're just a box. See? So you got 2 pieces. These 2 rails here would be 7 foot. Now I made mine 11.5 inches. So you would cut the end pieces like this one, 11.5 inches. So you'd have 2 of these, and then 2 rails that are 7 foot long. Just make you 4 boxes, and they'll all connect here in the middle. You won't have this. Now if you want this, and of course you'll just have to size them like I think I just cut a foot off each one, so they're only 6 foot and 6 foot. And I just put this this piece here to connect them. So whatever you want to do, if you want to have a little cubby hole like that, then just make your boxes 6 foot each, and then you'll have a 2 foot middle like I did. We can just connect it with just a piece of 2x8 like that. You know what I mean? So that's it basically, people. 11.5 inches. You cut your pieces. Just like I said, these here are 11.5. 2 of them connected. Just make a box, and then you just screw them down to the side, to your side. Now you had to get on the edge of your frame. If you can see right here, I had to, you got to come out with 2x4s. You just screw them to the sides to build them out so you can set your boxes on, because you don't want to set them on the frame you built, because then you're going to make your table skinnier. You want your table to be 44 inches wide. So along the side of the frame, like right here, screw you on 2x4s that come out, or 2x8s like I did here. It makes it stick out farther, and then you can set your boxes on that and screw them to that, and that way you got your whole 14-foot table. I mean your 44-inch table. You're not putting your boxes on the birch plywood, okay? So that's all I did. Simple little build. I mean, the materials for this thing are probably $300 at tops is what you're going to spend on your material to make this table, folks. Like I said, you're going to have the money in the display and then in your diamond end plates. You're going to have to buy a couple for each side. You're going to pay probably, I'm going to say a couple $100 for those and $100 for the display. See, so, you're going to be just a little over $500. But that's because because of the material display, not because of building a table. But that's it, folks. It's real simple to build. I guarantee you this, man. I would not be who I am today if it wasn't for my table. And all these people that laugh at me on my table, I laugh right back at them, folks, because I'm laughing at them all the way to the bank. Because I'm one of the best throwers out there. That's a fact. I don't care if they believe me. The people that are lucky enough to play at the tables that I play at, they know who I am. And they're the ones that know that I don't lie. And it's all because of my table, folks. The table is where I'm at today. I'm able to play on regulation type table, because everything's the same. My table is 29 inches off the ground. It's 44 inches wide. It's 14 feet long, just like you see at a casino. It bounces the same at the casino on both sides, the way I made it. It's perfect for what I need to practice every day at, and just keep improving my game. And I guarantee you, people that are going to build tables similar to mine, you will never regret it, and it will make your game 100% better. I guarantee you it will. So that's all I can think about right now. I'm telling you how to build this table. Good luck out there for you guys that are attempting to do this. Pretty simple stuff. So good luck, folks. Thanks for watching. Keep on watching. And the screwdriver is in your hands.